UFC 322 is set to take place this weekend. I am hyped because this is an amazing card. We got some of the newer guys taking on the crafty vets. We got former champions fighting other fighters in the rankings. We got two basically undefeated fighters fighting each other, and we have one of the most hyped fights of 2025, Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. Everybody knows Islam Makhachev being the lineal lightweight champion, multiple defenses, moving up, something that Khabib never done because he retired early, right? Islam Makhachev kind of took the torch from Khabib, you know what I'm saying, obviously, got the title defenses, became the lightweight GOAT, and now is going to chase double champ status. Just beautiful, right? Like I was telling you, this card is huge. But the thing that did make me mad, bro, to be honest, about this card, where the fuck was Smitty, bro? I'm going to get into not all of the fights on here, but the fights that stick out to me and I think that you should care about. Something I have been caring about for a long while now is the welterweight division. We have three big welterweight fights going on. Like I said, we got Islam Makhachev versus JDM, the title, you get what I'm saying? And then we got Malcolm Morales versus Sean Brady, those basically two undefeated fighters. Then Leon Edwards, the former champion, facing Carlos Prates, one of the most exciting fighters in the welterweight division. Like I was saying, this is a big card for the welterweight division. And speaking of the welterweight division, I have a video coming out about how the welterweight division became one of the best divisions in the UFC. It's going to come out here soon, and stay posted, man. Stay tuned. And a way to stay tuned is by liking, commenting, and subscribing with post notifications. but yeah, man, that's gonna be a dope video. I was putting blood, sweat, and tears into it. But let's get into this card. We're gonna start at the in the prelims and go up. So at the early prelims, we got, I'm not even going to attempt to say the dude's name or this fight, but an undefeated guy and a basically undefeated guy. But let's get out of the early prelims already, because it's the early prelims, man. Obviously, they're not going to have the biggest fights. Let's get into the regular prelims, right? Just the prelims. We got Wellmaker. Hey. All right, we got Malcolm Wellmaker, 10-0 in the bantamweight division. He got that sick KO over Chris Matinho. That kind of pushed him to stardom where everybody knew him from, you know what I'm saying? All right, now let's get into middleweight. We got Roman Kopylov, man. He going against Gregory Rodriguez. Pretty cool fight, you know what I'm saying? Even though Roman Kopylov did get beat by that bum, Paulo Costa, that's just a joke, man. I'm not going to call Paulo Costa a bum, you know what I'm saying? He's just not the highest level of the middleweight division. I'm not the type to call somebody a bum. But speaking of bum, Bo Nickel, man. Oh, my gosh. My bad. I'm just joking, right? I'm just joking. But Bo Nickel, he's going against Rodolfo Vieira. Hey, we're going to see how that fight goes. Like I said, I'm not going to go into who I think's winning with like a full analytical breakdown. I'm just going to state my opinion. Alrighty, man. Let's get into the main card. Lightweight fight, man. Amazing lightweight fight. We got Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit Saint-Denis fraud checked, you could say. You know what I'm saying? The term we're using. He fraud checked Mauricio Rufy. He submitted him in round number 2 after dominating him. And he's facing against Beneil Dariush, one of like the craftiest vets in the lightweight division, who recently got a win over Moicano, which is pretty crazy, man, to be honest. Another crafty old man, you know. But Benoit Saint-Denis, he got a shot at Dustin Poirier. We know how that went. He just wasn't at that level yet. Of course, I just hear Lucas Tracy talking about Benoit Saint-Denis' staff. I just hear that echoing in my head right now. But yeah, man, then we got a huge welterweight fight in Leon Edwards, the former champion, against Carlos Prates. Everybody's saying Carlos Prates is going to KO Leon Edwards, and I'm not going to try to say I hope someone gets a concussion, but shit, man, that would be pretty dope if Carlos Prates can get that KO, man. Carlos Prates is literally one of the most exciting fighters in the welterweight division, and maybe in the UFC, man. Carlos Prates is just so good, and I fuck with Carlos Prates, man. He recently got that spinning elbow over Jeff Neal, so Leon Edwards is kind of on a downward slope. I never really liked his style, you know. Another welterweight fight, we got Sean Brady, who's basically undefeated outside of whenever he got TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad against Michael Morales. Michael Morales, I'm rooting for Sean Brady in this fight. I'm rooting for Carlos Prates in the Leon Edwards fight. I'm rooting for Benoit Saint-Denis in the Dariush fight just because I want Benoit to get up in the rankings. And I'm rooting for Sean Brady in this Michael Morales fight because I feel like Michael Morales, he just doesn't seem as elite. I like Michael Morales, but he just doesn't seem as elite as Sean Brady, you know, or just any other fighter above the rankings. Also, we got even Valentina Shevchenko, right? We got Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. I'm not much of a women's MMA guy. That's people call those fights the bathroom break fights, but I kind of agree with that. But this is a pretty sick fight because it's a double champ fight. Zhang Weili is moving up from strawweight to face Valentina Shevchenko, so that's pretty cool. That's one of the fights I am going to watch, you know. And then we got one of the biggest fights of 2025, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. I really like both of these fighters just because I love Jack Della Maddalena's style and I like Islam Makhachev's style. But I'm rooting for Islam Makhachev. Hopefully I don't curse this right. I'm rooting for Islam Makhachev because he's the one with already the most established legacy. You know what I'm saying? And it would just be amazing for him to ride off into the sunset. There's just certain guys, you know, like you just want to win because like they're already like have a legacy, and if that legacy gets tarnished, you know how people are going to switch up so fast. But yeah, Islam Makhachev basically undefeated outside of that fluke against Adriano Martins. And yeah, he would be 30-0 if he wins this fight. And do y'all think he's gonna try to defend the welterweight title? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just sniff retirement out of it. But him defending the welterweight title would actually be insane because I didn't even picture that, right? Because I'm not gonna look past JDM. And Jack Della Maddalena, one of my favorite, like one of the best styles in the UFC right now. Crisp, fluent, orbiting boxing, man. Switch stance boxing, right? Jack Della Maddalena was 2-0. He's undefeated in the UFC. He was 2-0 when he first started. He got 2 losses, and now he is on an 18-fight win streak. One fighter, a part of that win streak, was Bilal Muhammad, the former champion. So Jack Della Maddalena holds the belt. Now, I was telling y'all guys, yeah, I'm rooting for Islam Makhachev because he has a legacy and everything. He has like all the legacy right now. But if I see Islam Makhachev go out there with the Hamzat Chimaev versus DDPI game plan, watch how fast I root for Jack Della Maddalena, bro. We cannot have that BS in our sport. Like, literally, if I see him go out there and just literally not do a damn thing to him for, like, the first rounds, I'm like, watch how fast, KO this motherfucker. Like, I'm literally going to be yelling that shit, bro, because get that shit out of my face. Because, bro, I was so hyped for that fight, man. I was so hyped for the fight. Literally goosebumps going down my spine, bro. Can't wait for Hamzat Chimaev versus DDP. How will this go? First couple rounds, okay, he's dominating him so far. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how the later rounds are going to open up. Well, like, once he opens up, since he's been in this position for a long while and able to control him, just for him to not do a damn thing the whole fight. You know, it's really a dang shame. Like, I'm not even joking. That is very disappointing. I was telling this to my friends, like, oh, hyping this fight up just for it to literally be a stinker, man. Oh my gosh. And this is just going to be an amazing fight and an amazing card. So I'm really looking forward to this. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next videos. And also, peep my other videos, bro. Them bitches are fire.